show can be a little gay, but if you're not, that's okay. You can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy. This is Tara.
On today's episode, we're going to the moon. We have some more X-Files reboot updates. We have some Grey's Anatomy information and updates. We're losing Starfleet, unfortunately, and some other stuff. We have some new trailers to look at. Great show, guys. Great show. But first, this week in snooping, how's everybody doing?
I did a lot over the weekend and I'm exhausted.
Okay.
Tell us more.
I mean, for my normal sit-at-home self, I was social. I'd like to call this, I'm a big dork, but sometimes I meet cool people. I went to the ACFC game match, whatever it is called, on Friday night, and I saw the usual, said hey to Bob Iger, former, former Disney, Mr. Disney, basically, and his wife Willow Bay was there. The enigmatic Mia Hamm, who apparently doesn't always attend these matches, was there. I didn't say hi, Mia, but cool. I met Joy Fawcett, a 99er. You go with the big wigs like Noe and Kat, and they get the fancy free dinner and drinks before, and you sit there and you just watch all the hubbub, watch everybody walk by. It's pretty cool.
Banana Cat, by the way. Banana
Cat, not this cat. Banana Cat. But yeah, they won. They're 3-0. It was a good match. Nice. It's such a fun game. Great seats, good times. So fresh off of that night, I went the next day with our mutual friend Terry to see Ben Burt at the Academy Museum. Who was okay, and here's why I don't ask celebrities for pictures, because I know they don't want to mess with me. I'm just the weirdo. Because Ben Burt did this question and answer. He gave a speech. If you don't know who Ben Burt is, he is responsible. If you know sounds from Star Wars, he created them. He created the lightsaber. He created R2-D2, blasters, all the sounds. He did, Raiders of the Lost Ark. He found a lady in a photo store that made her E.T.'s voice. I mean, he's a legendary sound guy. So he was very interesting. Terry had brought a realistic lightsaber hilt for him to possibly sign. But she didn't get the chance, when he was doing his speech. Later, we were walking around the museum and we're in the Jaws exhibit. She's like, look over there. And I didn't know what she was talking about. I was like, a Jaws bag? I don't know what you're pointing at. And Ben Burt was there looking around the museum.
Awesome. Nice.
So she's like, should I do it? I was like, well, I wouldn't. I never knew it. I did it. And so next thing I know, she just walks right up to him. Can you sign my lightsaber? He was very nice. He's like, you carry that around? So he signed it. It's very, very cool. I'm standing there. She's like, oh, I didn't get a picture. So she hands me the phone. I'm like, here, take a picture of you. And then I was like, oh, I got asked for one too. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, everything she said, I agree. I'm a huge fan of everything you've done. Can I get just a quick picture? He's like, quickly. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm the loser. Like, you just spent 5 minutes signing her lightsaber. I want like 5 seconds. And then he's like, quickly. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he's like, I guess we're not in that bigger rush. I was like, okay, so I'm done. Sorry, I wasted your time. So anyway, never again. That's why That's why I don't do it. Never again.
Maybe he just didn't want to cause a scene,
Too late. He just sat on a bench and signed a lightsaber. But anyway, he was great. That is not the whole story. And Kat, you might know where this story is going before I get finished. So Terry brought a friend with her, a nice, as I say, quirky older lady. Older, like 3 to 4 years older than I am. Not that old. But she was fun. She was a character. She brought a beautiful service dog, greyhound. And so she was interesting. So we're sitting there waiting for Ben Burt to walk out. And Terry's like, oh, yeah, you have a fun William Shatner story. It's like, oh yeah, I was when I was a Saturday Night Live, I was back in the green room and he came in and he was wearing some outfit and I thought he was a janitor, so I was like, hey, can you clean some of this up over there? And then it said something about like, oh, and then later he said something about my like I had a great voice, but he like I got the impression he was hitting on her. She's like, oh yeah, she gave some answer that he didn't like, whatever. So I was just like, oh, what were you doing on Saturday Night Live? Thinking, did she work there for a little bit, like a PA or something? I don't know. It's like I was there with my band. I'm like, what band? Lone Justice. Now I don't know if y'all have heard of Lone Justice, but I totally in the '80s, being in high school and early college, knew who Lone Justice was, and freaking Maria McKee. So I'm looking it up on my phone. I showed her. I'm like, is it? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, she did say this is my friend Maria. That's a freaking Maria McKee from Lone Justice, the quirky older lady that I've been hanging out with all day. And of course, then Ben Burt walks out. I'm like, well, now I can't sit here and look it up on my phone. The whole time I'm distracted from Ben Burt, at least at the beginning. I'm like, I totally remember Lone Justice. Like, I was a fan, and I'm like, what did they sing? Like, how big of a fan was I? But so I was like, this lady's Maria freaking McKee from Lone Justice. And I don't know if either of you have heard of Lone Justice, but they were this big deal in the day. Dolly Parton went to one of their early shows and basically said, you couldn't do any better than to have Maria McKee as the lead singer in your band. Like Dolly Parton was praising them. They were signed. They were like, I think all these record companies were trying to sign them, and they went with Geffen. And I watched an interview from back in the day where she was saying, like, as soon as they signed, they're like, okay, you're going to dress like this. You're going to sing this type of music, right? And they try to make them what they wanted them to be instead of this band that was so people loved so much and trying to get signed. They're like, okay, now we're going to mold you. And then it kind of blew. She was like a kind of crazy young. She was like 18 when they got started. So, and she went solo for a little bit. But so that was like, what? I never say that, but that was like, what? Freaking Maria McKee. I guess she was like, I think she played in Deep Ellum in Dallas. But anyway, I was very familiar with who she was in Lone Justice. And it was just
that's awesome.
Kind of a surprise to find out, wait, this is the person that I remember from high school.
Terry has a lot of like.
Apparently,
she collects interesting people.
Yeah, well, this was one of them by far.
Yeah, that's fun.
And she's a nerd. We were talking sci-fi movies. We were trying to tell Terry she was crazy for not loving Andor, and we were talking about space movies and our favorite Star Wars movie. I'm like, Ray McKee's a big nerd. Who knew? So that's anyway,
pretty great.
That was a pretty cool day. I was excited about that as almost as I was Ben Burt. So
that's great.
Oh, that was my weekend. And then I was like, 2 days of driving in LA, paying for parking, going to things, and
it's a lot, isn't it?
It wipes you out. So, then, Kat, I don't know if you did other things, but
I did. So I did some driving around LA. So my in-laws were in town this last weekend. It was my mother-in-law Deborah's birthday on Saturday. So we had a lot of things planned. We took her to the LA Philharmonic. We took them, her and her husband. He was there too. Took them to a cool little jazz club here in town, and then on Sunday, we had a nice meal at Castaways in Burbank, and then we went to go see Jay Leno in at Hermosa Beach Comedy and Magic Club. I don't know if you've ever been down there.
Jay Leno.
Yeah, heard of him? He does stand up all the time. He's usually at Flappers in Burbank, but so that was great. She was thrilled. She loved that, and then we wanted to give them a little, tour of Leah's work, which happens to be on the Universal lot here as well, which also happens to be Wendy's lot. So Wendy was kind enough to give myself and my in-laws a tour of the KNBC newsroom, and it was awesome. It was really cool. They were.
Did you go on the green screen? Or on the behind the desk?
They did go behind the desk.
Oh,
we did. We met the day anchor, Annabelle. She was so kind, so lovely to the in-laws. And yeah, Wendy gave us the gold star tour. We got to see the newsroom. We got to see in the control room where she does her magic. Everyone was very kind. We got to take pictures, and it was amazing. And so as we're leaving, we were going back past I guess did they come out of the studio? Is that where you're walking past, Wendy? Where did we run into these nice ladies?
We had just come from upstairs, I think, in the newsroom, and we had just gotten off the elevator, and we were going back into where I work, the part where I work. And Annabelle
so
Colleen Williams were walking in that hall.
Out walks Colleen Williams and Annabelle. Colleen Williams.
The Colleen Williams?
Oh, yes. For people who don't know LA, Colleen Williams is sort of a kind of a legend here in LA. She has been the anchor of the KNBC News, like primetime anchor, as long as I've been alive. I grew up watching this woman give us good and bad news for my entire life, and I was starstruck. I was completely starstruck. I don't geek out very much, but this was it.
I can back that up, Tara. I don't think I've ever
flustered.
seen her.
Oh wow!
As starstruck. So the parents. So the they walk out. Annabelle immediately introduces Leah's parents to Colleen. And then I don't know what it was, like just your body language, but I was like, Kat's pretty excited about this. Like I could just tell. And then all of a sudden, Kat, just after she introduced the parents, Kat just like reaches out her hand. Hi, I'm Kat. Nice to meet you. Like I've never seen her starstruck like that. It was so funny. It was cute.
I was flustered. I
could sense your excitement and nervous energy. Because you handled yourself very well.
Thank you. And so, it turns out Colleen Williams is from Newfoundland. She's Canadian.
Oh, I have no idea. She is?
No idea.
Whoa.
Wendy didn't even know.
I didn't know. So,
obviously, my in-laws are Canadian, so they're talking about that, and she's like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" And she's shaking their hands and stuff. I'm like, "Hi, Colleen. I'm over here."
I'm the one who knows who you are.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, "I'm sorry. I just have to say, so nice to meet you." Anyway, it was so great. I had a great time.
Chuck Henry, Kat.
Chuck Henry,
a male anchor. Chuck Henry,
of course.
Yeah. Chuck.
Yeah. So and he retired. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Kind of after during or right after COVID.
Gotcha.
Buyouts were happening.
Gotcha. I mean, listen, Colleen, it looks great. She is doing great. It's so good to see her still getting it done. And she just seemed so cool. She was just kind of hey man, whatever. She seemed very cool and down to earth.
I feel like before I moved here, I recognized her face. I feel like, has she been probably kind of like in Fast and Furious where they would have an anchor be in some, I just feel like I knew her face from just for being around for so long in LA's big news, when they have a cut in from LA to,
in movies and TV shows, they'll use the local
or even
anchors.
just
Absolutely.
national news using local news bits sometimes. And
I wouldn't be surprised if you've absolutely seen her in TV shows and movies and stuff, being herself, her and Chuck giving the news. Yeah. So that was amazing. And then Leah gave us a tour of her side, so we got to go into her bay. We went into the sound stage, the mixing stage to check out some stuff, which was cool. Wendy joined us for that as well, which was really fun.
Very cool.
And it was great. We had a lovely weekend, and I'm exhausted, and they're gone now, so I can maybe get some sleep. But no, it was a great weekend, and honestly, the tour that Wendy gave us was definitely a highlight for me.
I'm so glad. It was fun because really fun. Y'all were, you and the parents were so captivated by things in the news, how it works and the lack of people and all the robotics and the studio. And then I go to the tour with, to see what Leah does. And I'm fascinated by how the process is. And so you don't do this and you do this. And then the sound of it. And then today she offered to buy me coffee this morning. So we met up for coffee. Of course, I had hot chocolate. I don't do coffee. But then I end up sitting in there and I watched her working on her one of her episodes for a little bit until I had to go back to work.
Awesome.
It was interesting to see the whole process.
That's great. So, I love that.
Yeah. Lot friends. We're lot friends.
Yeah, you are.
Very fun.
That's really cool.
Well, speaking of work, I started a new job. Which now I get to be home even more than I already was, which was already a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I'm remote, babies.
Oh yeah, Tara.
But
By the
it's
way,
great.
Tara sent me a
Congrats.
text complaining about her coworker who clearly had no HR training and needed to be reported. And I did not see the accompanying pictures, so I told Kat and Leah as we were on our tour, like, "Oh my god,
Oh, no.
she's already dealing with HR
I'm like,
problems
oh
with
no,
one of her
not
new coworkers." I'm like,
again. Like,
oh
could you
my
not just
God.
get a nice job where people are cool?
And then later I got home and saw the pictures of her cat, and that's what she was referring to. I'm like, I sent him the cat. I'm like, yeah, this is what she meant. Not a real coworker issue, but I read it and didn't fully take in the pictures.
I didn't realize that you were with everybody there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I told him all, you're getting harassed at your new
Oh
job.
no, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't. I must have sent it to Rachel where I was like, this coworker's already exposed himself to me. And
I hadn't gotten that part yet.
And it's like a picture of my cat with his butt up in the air, you know?
That's amazing. That's hilarious.
And then another one of Duncan like walking across my chest. So yeah.
Yeah,
Those are my new coworkers.
Good for you, Tara. Welcome to the
happy
the work from home world.
Yeah. It's definitely different getting used to it. Like, oh, I can go sit over there now and work, and I guess I'll go sit over here now. And okay. What do I put on my shelves behind me? I have this like fake background screen now thing that I use. Like it's kind of cool. And I'm like, do I look like a try-hard if I put like a patient experience book behind me?
No.
Yeah, the answer was yes. And
It's like you're going on CNN or something.
Yeah, right.
But if the important
ESPN, yeah, I have like a helmet behind me, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but I've got a question for you.
Okay.
And I'm putting y'all on the spot, and I already know Wendy's answer here. I'm going to put it in the rundown here so you can answer it live on air, Kat.
Okay.
Here we go. There's
I already
my
know what I already know what I'm
y'all
doing.
doing this Saturday?
Jesus Christ,
Saturday?
Tara.
Speaking of this week in snopping, between 8 a.m. and noon.
Yeah, 8 a.m.
Yeah, what? Yes, 8 a.m. We are hosting a spring event. We won't say Easter because we want to make it inclusive. The spring bunny will be there, which is me. Me dressed as the spring bunny with a great costume.
Do you have a bunny costume?
Miss it. I have a full bunny with a full head.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Well, then I'll definitely be stopping
It
by.
is full and I look very dapper in it.
Oh,
It's a
okay. So
dapper,
got like a
dapper
little
bunny.
tie and a vest and stuff.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
We have giant eggs for the dogs to do
My
the
goodness.
spring egg hunt. They get photos with the spring bunny. And we're turning our yards into a hunting ground for eggs.
That's fabulous.
Can use some volunteers if Wendy's already volunteered to help out, although I guess she didn't know it
I
started
was
at 8 a.m.
volunteered. I'll be there. God knows I get up earlier than that every day. So
The bunny photos will be from 8 to 9. We're starting early because it gets warm and we don't want the dogs. You know, we can't do it into the after, sun hours like we could with the Holla Dog and Dogoween. So
Of course.
yeah.
I will be there. Time to be determined.
Oh, okay.
But I'll be there. We're actually dog sitting this weekend. So if I think the dogs are up for it, maybe we'll bring them along.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
They're older and nervous. So
might
let's
have
see.
you give out a few things. Yeah, I mean, if they get too nervous, we can. We can hang out. I mean,
just take them home. Okay. But no, I will definitely swing by. I'll know more soon.
yeah, you haven't been to one of our dog
haven't.
events yet.
I have not.
So, all right.
I look forward. I mean, listen, if you're going to be in a spring bunny costume.
Yeah, it's to the point. I mean, Charlie was giving me side eye when I wore it, even when I took the head off to be like, "Look, it's me." And then she was still like, no." So I think when I meet the dogs, I'm gonna have the head off and be like, "Hi," and then put it on for the pictures.
Yeah, because they could think you're like a giant chew toy,
right? Or some kind of like, like those the police, the officers they're training the canine officers.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, go, and they're
Tear
going.
you
They
apart.
just like kind of They just
Yeah,
get me.
want
Yeah.
that.
So
we don't want that.
No. Yeah, so it'll be fun. So I'm excited for this weekend.
Okay, we'll definitely get some photos of you. I'll put them up on the socials.
Okay. Yep. So we're gonna have a lot of egg stuffing to do this week.
I see.
Yeah.
You do this to yourself, Tara. You do this to yourself.
But it's always so fun when it's happening. We get
is.
sweet cards from the neighbors.
Oh, that's nice.
It's awesome.
You
That's really
know.
great. It's great.
All
I'm,
right.
I'm glad that you guys do this stuff. You must be the most popular people on your street.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's pretty good Halloween houses out there.
Yeah, but y'all do it every season, not just Halloween. Y'all are.
Yeah,
This
doing
will be the last
Easter,
one before Dogoween. We're not
No
gonna
July
do a 4th
4th
of July. No.
Bring your little hot dogs and dogs.
Oh, well, now that's a good
Oh,
one.
that's
Dog.
cute.
Oh,
A dog
damn it.
parade.
No, we
Hot
can't.
dog
We can't.
parade.
No.
All right.
Too hot.
It is too
Yeah,
hot.
that's true. Yeah, do it at
Anyway.
midnight. Okay, well, Wendy, do you want to talk about this next thing in our little intro here?
We're going to the moon tomorrow as of this recording. Yeah, there's a Artemis 2 that's shooting some astronauts up around the moon and back tomorrow.
So they're not landing. They're just doing
They're
a
not
big
landing. They're just
slingshot?
checking it out. They're
Okay.
going to go check out the space bases on the dark side of the moon that, in theory, are set up, alien bases. Whatever's back there that we never see.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they've signed NDAs, so they can't tell us if they do see some bases.
Huh. Okay.
Not to get all
How long does it take
conspiratorial.
it to get up there? Or is it's like how
It's a
long is
10-day
this
journey.
Oh,
Wow.
that's pretty fast.
That's crazy.
And it's going to be, the launch will be televised on Amazon Prime, YouTube, NASA Plus, NASA's YouTube channel. Yeah, it's a big thing. Shooting, and there's a local guy, Victor Glover, who is from California, and he is one of those guys that you're just like, you're a perfect man. Of course, you're an astronaut. You just do. He's just one of those well-spoken, smart, but good personality, handsome, just the kind of guy you want to be an astronaut.
How annoying.
He's one of them. There's one woman, one female on the crew. Let's see, we got Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen.
Who is Canadian?
There you go, Canadian Space Agency. We got a Canadian, and we got a woman.
Woman. Jeremy's from London, Ontario. That's where my wife grew up. Look at that.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing. They, so
what's
far we're good to
crazy-
go. I mean, it's not. There's none of these are easy. This isn't just a little, let's shoot some female celebrities into space, bro. I mean, again, I'm not dismissing that because there's danger in every time a freaking
Of
rocket
course,
launches,
of
and
course.
I never derided them for being able to go up. If I had
No.
the chance to do that, I would 100% do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just
we
saying,
celebrated them on this podcast.
you go up for a little bit, then you come down. But this thing, they're going to the moon. They're
No,
going
this
to go
is
check out
cool.
the moon.
It's
And
the
here's
real
the thing.
deal.
I know there's why are we doing this? There's so much money to be spent here. This isn't why the idiots in charge aren't helping people of America. There's 10,000 other reasons that they just don't want. They could do both. They don't care. But
Yeah.
NASA, it's cool. It's go to the moon.
Yeah. And it's
mean-
NASA, not Space Force.
Right.
But it's
it
exciting.
is.
I'm stopping down to watch this. I'll probably be cleaning cat cages, but I'm stopping down. I'm going to watch this thing go off because that's
Cool.
That's cool.
It is crazy to me that this is not bigger news. It's just
Is
not.
it? Because I feel like I've heard a lot about it, and half the tweets on Twitter that I see about it are like, "No one's talking about it. No one knows." But I'm like, I mean, all I see are you people whining about it. Do a lot of people just not know?
I don't think people know that this is happening.
I mean,
I don't know.
I
Of course,
didn't
in
know.
my
Yeah.
line of work, I know, but
I think 20 years ago this makes bigger news. But for what just because of where we're living and when we're living, it's
I think
I think it's good. I'm pro NASA.
I am too. I think part of the issue is we do have like the rockets with people going up all the time, the little flights, and we do have, whatever it's SpaceX little sending stuff up every once in a while. So there's rockets getting launched without people, or even small trips with people all the time.
Yeah.
There's
the space station, International Space Station.
It was a bigger deal back in the day because it was the first time. Unless you think we faked it. That's a whole nother story.
That's a different podcast.
That's a whole different podcast. Or, well, maybe not. But it's not being covered.
Different episode. We'll talk about it.
But no, these are brave people going up as an astronaut. They're still, is there any cooler job than being an astronaut?
Nope.
Honestly. If you're an astronaut, you own any room you walk into.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
As far as I'm
You're
concerned.
in a very exclusive club.
It's pretty
very
cool,
exclusive.
man. I think it's
so
cool.
yeah. So I wish them Godspeed on your journey to the moon. Take lots of good pictures.
Safe.
Mm-hmm.
If you meet an alien up there, like Rocky from the movie y'all haven't seen yet, Project Hail Mary, which is awesome.
Not yet. I want to. Sounds great.
Speaking of being up high, you know who else is up high right now? Is Jackie the Eagle, and it is breezy up there, and people are worried. So we're watching our Eagle Cam, the Big Bear Eagles. Thank you.
I think that might be Shadow on the nest right now.
Oh, you think?
I think it's smaller head, less poofy head, and I don't see the black smudge. I think that might be Shadow, but it could be Jackie. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard for me to tell.
Would be nice if it was Shadow, because I think I see a smudge.
There's
right in the
some
middle.
marks, but the Jackie's head feathers are more poofy.
Okay, because I don't see much of Shadow. He's an absentee.
No, he's not. Tara, do not start that. He is not. He has to kick her off the nest. Like Jackie is very territorial. He needs to basically like nudge her out of the way. He's like, I want to sit on these kids too. Like he's not absentee. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
I
dad.
hope you guys defend my honor as much as you do.
Well, if someone disparages you like you just did Shadow, then maybe we will.
Of course.
All right. It's very breezy. It makes me very nervous to watch the tree sway.
As we always say on our news, they are
it.
built for this. They've been through worse than wind. They hunker down during snowstorms. They're fine.
And I can attest that there is a monitor with the Jackie and Shadow feed in the newsroom at KNBC all the time. I found it. I'm like, there it is.
Not all the time, but definitely during birthing and Pip Watch, which we are now in Pip Watch.
I was going to say that. So yeah.
Yes.
But no, I do hate to see when the weather does get turns, bad. I hate it. But this again, it's nature. They're built for this. I just don't like to see it. But yeah, it's Pip Watch. So what does that mean exactly, Wendy? Tell us what Pip Watch means.
I think it's like 35 days or so after the eggs were birthed, that they were dropped.
Popped out. So the little eaglets could start popping out at any minute. They could start poking their little beaks out the holes and trying to break out of the egg. And it can take a few days once it starts for the little eaglet to pop out. But it can happen. From now on, it can happen at any minute.
Wow.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I should mention, speaking of wild creatures, it wasn't this weekend, but it was the weekend before, because we had our eagle show since I was out of town.
Right.
Because I was in Washington State.
That's right.
In Forks with my lady, Rachel. And we saw a beautiful herd of elk laying on just on the side of the road.
Awesome.
And I was like, they almost look like lions, these big manes. And it was very majestic and very beautiful. Very beautiful place. Lots of Twilight stuff, but very beautiful.
Nice.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. See, there was a lot of eagle stuff that I had to say, no, we can't buy eagle stuff here. You have to buy it from the Jackie and Shadow.
But yeah, do it from Jackie and Shadow.
We bought other stuff, but yeah.
Okay, good.
No, we'll get it from the Jackie and Shadow store. So that was
Okay.
a very lovely trip as well.
Good for you.
They're still raising money to save the land. They are at 15.6% of their goal, so they could use a lot of funds. SaveMoonCamp.org. Just throw a little money their way for the Eagles.
right.
Yes, please. We here would appreciate it as well. Oh, and I was going to say, I got a lovely text from Heidi, a friend of the pod, Heidi, out in Minnesota there. And she really enjoyed the Eagle episode. We talked to Jenny from Big Bear, Friends of Big Bear Valley. And she reminded me that, like, yeah, you know what? It's nice to have feel good stories right now. And nature especially is something that a lot of us all agree on. So yeah, Heidi, thanks for that reminder. And, we're going to, maybe we try to look for some more positive stories, and maybe specifically nature stories. So yeah, I'd love to talk to the people up at the Fat Bear Week. Like, I don't know, maybe we can start. And if you're listening,
segment,
can you, let's start.
In addition to nerd news, what we're about to do, we'll have some feel good.
Yeah, that's some feel good news. So anyways, thanks Heidi for that reminder. And
nice news. How about that?
Nice news. I like that. And
I feel like I was going to do that. Remember when I was going to do that? And then I think the good news around here just kind of ran dry for a bit. Because I did it. At one point, that was going to be a segment.
There was
a positive story.
I remember.
And then I forgot. And then it just, the world got a little
so depressed.
Well, you got to look for it, unfortunately. It's hard to, you got to look for it.
I'll start looking again.
We have some nice ones coming up, I think, in nerd news. That could pass for some.
We do. Unfortunately, we're going to start off with some
not this
great news.
Nerd news. I repeat, we have breaking nerd news.
Wendy, you should. I feel like you should take this one.
I feel like Tara should take this.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
Do you even know me, Kat?
I'm sorry. Well, I know that Wendy. This was Wendy's coworker.
I don't think she knows
this is Wendy's coworker. That's true.
I'm sorry.
Because this is something that when Wendy told me that she was Chuck Norris's coworker, blew my mind. At the time, because I grew up watching. Well, I love Chuck Norris forever. Because I'm a big karate person, martial arts.
Right.
As is Chuck, so we have that in common. And then Walker, Texas Ranger was one of the definitive shows of my life.
I don't know that I knew that.
It was around exactly the time that my mother, without my permission, took me away from Texas after my parents' divorce. That's a whole other therapy session we'll get into. But not on this show. That's also another show. But just around that time, Walker, Texas Ranger started. And it was filmed in Dallas, Fort Worth. And it had all the places that were familiar to me. And it was like so Texas. And then it got to be such a big thing, that I religiously watched Walker, Texas Ranger on Saturday nights. And I loved it. So it was just and I love Chuck Norris. Now, as I grew older, learning that he is a very conservative man, I don't know how he feels on Trump. I just remember going to a book signing for a book he wrote. It wasn't like a overtly Christian book, I don't think. It was just his biography, maybe some sort, but it was at like a Christian store. So, and that's fine. I'm Christian,
Sure.
So I don't know how far conservative he goes. I
think he was pretty conservative, but
I think he was too. But I went to his book signing, so I have a signed book of Chuck. So this is sad that he died. He's 86. He was still doing very active things up till very recently. So he funded a great organization in Dallas that I think is still in operation, where essentially they teach martial arts to like underprivileged kids. And so it was a big deal, especially in Texas, Dallas and Houston. So yeah, it was sad for me. What about you, Wendy?
Sad. Well, yeah, I was his coworker, co-star.
Yeah, co-star.
Well, yeah, I was an extra in a few episodes of Walker, and then I was the stand-in for Cherie J. Wilson, who played Alex Cahill on the show for about 3 months. So I was briefly on there. I'm sure I met him. I don't have this big memory of like, ooh, I met Chuck Norris. I remember meeting Clarence Gilliard Jr. because I had a little crush on him. But he gave me like a little piece of candy, and I think I kept it. I'm like, oh, Clarence,
Ooh.
give me this candy. I mean, it was from the craft service table, but anyway. But yeah, I had a good time on the show. I just did it for a few months. I was, I got to dress up as Alex and ride around in a SUV with Chuck's. I think it was his son who was doing stunts on the show. And,
That's fun.
They shot it from a distance, so they needed a blonde in her outfit, and they even put her little beauty mark on me, as if the camera was going to pick that up from far away. But anyway,
You never know.
so you never know. So it was a fun time. So I was briefly his coworker. I mean, living in Dallas, Walker was a big deal. And if you were in any sort of acting capacity in the city, that was a big deal. As an extra or an actor, that was the show that employed everybody. So
yeah.
Chuck.
So I think, Wendy, I don't know if you know the theme song like I do, but
I don't think I do. I think you probably know it better than I do.
Okay. In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. Bow, bow, 'cause the eyes of a ranger are upon you. And any wrong you do, he's gonna see. So when you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where the ranger's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know what you were tapping into here,
Classic.
did you, Kat?
No, but I love it. I love it very much.
It was good times. So, R.I.P. Chuck. I mean, politics aside, you're a cool dude. He launched a whole thing of like Chuck Norris was like the toughest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
And,
Very fun.
Before your politics was so divisive and made you like, you absolutely cannot support a person that's like possibly Republican, Chuck Norris just was, he was like, was it like, Chuck Norris is as strong as da 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 or whatever could
Right.
do whatever with your mother and still lift a 20-ton truck or something like that. It was some kind of just a phenomenon. So
For sure. I mean, he fought Bruce Lee in at least one movie, right? Like, this guy is like he was a legit martial arts guy, and he was in some pretty iconic movies. And yeah, he, our generation, we grew up watching this guy. So yeah, he's again, iconic, as we probably say a lot here, but it's true.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't remember him being out and vocal about politics in like a Dean Cain kind of way.
No.
Yeah, whatever they were. And I'm sure he was conservative. Now, whether he's a Trump guy, I don't know, probably, but he didn't attract attention to it.
No.
At least not that I saw. I could be wrong. I don't remember seeing it. So.
Not like Zach Levi, who we thought was so great. Anywho, some more depressing news before we get to the good news.
Yeah.
We're just full of depressing news.
Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Xander
dies at age 54 of, quote, natural causes.
Yeah.
I think he lived a pretty hard life for a while there. So with drugs and alcohol, I don't, So
yeah, he had his problems with addiction. He had problems. It seems like when he was intoxicated is when he got into trouble with the law, unfortunately. But apparently he did have a history of cardiac issues. So who knows?
Contributing factors.
I'm sure that all compounds into why we lost him. But just especially after hearing that the Buffy pilot got canceled, and it was just, that was a rough to hear about this guy. It was tough because he was my favorite character on Buffy. The goofy, sarcastic guy. Why would I ever enjoy that? So yeah, very sad news. And yeah, just all of his co-stars from the show have been giving very kind and beautiful statements and remarks and remembrances of him. So, but it's very sad, and it's what do you say? It's just a huge fucking bummer. Yeah. I actually I never met him, but I met his brother, his twin brother.
Yes.
So I guess, and I'm sure Buffy fans remember his twin brother did make an appearance on the show, playing his doppelganger. He worked in production. He was just a guy who I worked at a prop house, and he showed up a couple times to pick up props for a set deck truck. And I was like, that guy looks familiar. Like, oh shit, that's his brother. Which is really wild, but yeah, just sad story. He's born and raised in LA. He's an LA guy, but yeah, just a bummer.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Oh no, everything I had open just
Oh no,
went away.
Well, we can take this because this is Kat and I's.
Oh, this is yours.
The X-Files reboot is getting some traction. They had a couple of announcements, maybe one announcement and one statement. The announcement is they found their male lead.
Yes.
Himesh Patel is joining Danielle Deadwyler on the X-Files. Now, from what I've heard, so there's no which is the Mulder, which is the Scully. Apparently, they're not recreating the characters with new people. Like these are whole new characters, a whole new thing. By the way, both were on Station 11. Both were great.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, in this reboot, my understanding is this is the same universe as the original show. So there, Mulder and Scully are people in this universe. So this is not a reimagining. This is just sort of they're reopening the X-Files, and I'm guessing these are the two agents that are doing it. So again, yeah, to your point, Wendy, they're not. This isn't. Oh, that's Mulder. That's Scully. No. Yeah. These are new characters.
Doesn't mean. Yeah, they both might be believers. They both might be skeptics. They're probably both on the fence. It could be anything at this point. But you know who says it's really good already? Frickin' Gillian Anderson. And if you can't trust Gillian Anderson, who says the X-Files pilot script is, quote, really good, and then, quote, have an open mind and give it a chance because it's going to be fucking cool. And again,
yes, ma'am.
Gillian herself. And as we know, Kat, of course, oh boy. They're already complaining about DEI.
Of course.
And blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Shut up.
Don't read the comments, Wendy.
I didn't mean to. They're right there.
Oh, God.
There's probably, there are going to be plenty of white people on the show.
God forbid.
There's going to be white people. Calm down.
It's also Ryan Coogler. Like, are we surprised that he's, not casting two white people in the lead?
Plenty of people that probably loved freaking Wakanda and Black Panther. So you probably like Sinners too. So shut up. Watch the X-Files.
Just shut up. Shut up.
Or don't watch the
X-Files.
Or don't
watch it and shut up.
We don't care.
Whatever.
Do they even care about the X-Files? Like, are you just complaining? Like,
no.
who? Just stop.
Yes.
Well,
you know what won't stop?
Oh, God.
Well, you know what won't stop? Grey's Anatomy.
My goodness.
Has been renewed for season 23.
What in the fuck?
Wait, let me just say this. Does anyone ever have this response when it's Law and Order SVU, which has also been going 1,000 years? Great.
No.
Everybody.
Thank you, Wendy. I love Grey's Anatomy, as you know.
We know.
And I love this news more than any. Now, I want to make this very clear. There are two long-term cast members that are leaving the show. And I want to be very clear that I think these are two very fine, wonderful people in real life. And one of them I am actually genuinely sad to see go.
Oh, okay.
And that is Kim Raver. And she's been on the show for she had a hiatus. She was gone for 4 or 5 years and she came back. She's probably been on at least 10 years total.
Okay.
Teddy. And then Kevin McKidd. Because he was an Outlander. Maybe anyway, he's been on the show since I think the end of season 5 and then became a regular in season 6, I think.
Okay.
And I think he has to be one of the most hated Grey's Anatomy regular long-term characters.
Really?
Where after so many episodes, just people, there's just like threads dedicated to like, please, please, why are these people dying when Owen Hunt is still alive?
Oh
Owen
my.
Hunt, just do anything with him that if you want him to have a big send off for somebody. So I don't know how they're going to do it or what,
Wow.
but
Why is it just his character?
His character
Okay.
is like
Okay.
insufferable.
Okay.
Just like this male. I mean, they've done some good things with him lately. You know, like they've made him have a little bit of character development and some good progression, and you know, but they're just. I'm rewatching the series with Rachel right now, and we're on season 11 now. 11. And even she's been like, "Oh my God, what is this? Why?" And every time I rewatch it, I feel bad. I don't want to ruin it for her, but I'm like, I fucking hate this guy. Just killed Owen Hunt.
Wow.
The amount of oh my God. Christina is spoiler alert. Christina Yang just left the show on the where we are at in the rewatch.
Okay.
Thank God, Christina, just get away from Owen Hunt, because I had forgotten that she was with him up until just. She couldn't get away from him.
Wow.
Oh my God. I mean, he had his good things. You know, every human, even people you don't like, have something good about him, I guess. But when I saw this, I was like, oh, really? Finally? I thought it would never happen. And I'm sure he'll still be directing because he directs a lot of episodes. And that's all fine and good. And again, he seems like a really nice guy when I see him on Instagram, super fun. But man, they make his character, they just give him the worst stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
Like, misogynistic, border, like, but just like, so you just want to tell him to shut up all the time. And like, he doesn't have any say in this, and just, it's just hard to watch. But he's been a great, you know, I got to hand it to him. He's been a great driver. He makes me feel things when I watch the show, and he gives other characters some really great things to bounce off of. So
there you go.
Good for him. And
you got to have somebody to hate, you know?
A great career out of it. But Owen Hunt, I have to say, is one of the most disliked and not hated long-term characters. But Kim Raver, Teddy, she's had some annoying moments. Yes?
I did not see anything but celebration that his character was leaving when it was announced on like Twitter and social media. It was all just like, thank God he's gone.
Wow.
I did hear that Kim Raver was a delightful hit at FanFusion UK last weekend.
Oh,
nice.
She's really sweet, and
yeah,
I love Teddy.
Lori was over there working it. Yeah, and she was a wonderful person. So this is no reflection on her. I mean,
no, I'm genuinely sad about her leaving, but I get it because they're together or they have their history, even though she got with Sophia Bush recently and she's bisexual, and they had a whole story, you know, a background about her having a lover that was killed in the September 11th attacks. It was very interesting.
Whoa.
A female lover. Let me specify that. So she's had a very interesting road, but she's been gone before. She was gone for like 4 or 5 years, and then they brought her back. So, and I'm glad they did. Even though part of the reason she left, because Owen, finally declared his love for her and how bad he wants to be with her, and flies to Germany only to tell her that but you know, I did hook up with Amelia. She's like, oh, okay, well, I guess okay. And then he was like, well, it was last night. So, and that's why I jumped on a plane here and had to just go so completely in the opposite direction to now uproot your entire life and tell you then I want to be. Oh my God, that episode I think just pushed it over the edge for me. Rachel hasn't seen that one yet. That one, it's too much. Oh God, I just want to punch that guy. But okay, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. But anyway, okay, so that is happening.
Great.
Then we got some real good stuff. Okay, some real life Grey's Anatomy that I have to say I think Noe called when I went to an ACFC game. I know at least a couple years ago now, and these two, who I had the pleasure of meeting at FanFusion UK the previous year, Katerina Scorsoni and ER Fightmaster, they like I mentioned at the convention, you guys go to some ACFC games together. And Noe said then, those two are totally dating.
Wow.
We're
She
like,
called it.
Okay, Noe.
Not everyone's
Sure, not
gay,
everybody's
Noe.
dating. Yeah, not everyone's gay.
They're
even
just
though I'm pretty sure
friends.
she probably also said Sophia Bush is gay, and then she ended up. Yeah, now she dates. Or married. Are they married now?
I think they're
don't know.
married.
To the other soccer player.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. So it's 3 years. I'm reading this from online News. 3 years after their characters briefly dated on the show, the pair confirmed their real life romance during an outing in Los Angeles on March 23rd. They were holding hands. They looked very happy. Now, I don't see anything about in here exactly when they confirmed that this began. But they've been friendly, good friends for a very long time. They did not end up together on the show, obviously.
Maybe they don't even know when it truly began.
That's true. Right. So it doesn't really specify, it just kind of goes into more of their characters on the show.
Got it.
And it does mention that they have stepped out publicly together over the years, including at Angel City FC game.
There you go.
And Elton John's Oscars after party in 2026 earlier this month.
Nice.
So there we have it. Good for them.
Yeah. Good luck, kid. You
Good
two
luck with that.
star-crossed lovers. Good luck.
Very cool.
I hope they last longer than Starfleet Academy.
Oh, burn.
Ouch.
Wendy burn.
Wendy.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I guess I'm part of the problem.
Well, I enjoyed it well enough. It does have a season 2 because it's already filmed. So it's interesting to me. I guess it did poorly enough that they just canceled it already because it filmed both seasons back to back.
I see.
So they're not even giving season 2 a chance to air before they're like, nah, no thanks. So that kind of sucks. Because I'm sure they're going to leave it on the cliffhanger then if they've already wrapped. I don't know.
They already shot it, yeah.
Yeah. So that
Can
sucks.
they reshoot
and
it
I'm sure
knowing that they're done?
No, they're gonna
Probably not.
No,
That
spend
costs
money on
money.
that. Yeah.
Add an addendum.
Yeah, no, but the fanboys were insufferable about this show, but I enjoyed it for what it was. There's a Star Trek for everybody. This doesn't all have to be for you fanboys.
Yeah.
It was an enjoyable YA show,
Yeah.
So it's good, but I can see why it costs a lot. And
Yeah.
I do
effects
feel
heavy
like there
shows
has
are
to be
hard.
a way that they can start putting out some sci-fi that does not cost millions and millions and millions every episode to the point where they just can't possibly, they can't possibly go on with it. Whose phone is ringing? Is it ringing through your phone or through your
mine.
computer?
Not mine.
Wow.
It's
How
not
unprofessional. Okay.
Holy cow.
Anyway, so it makes me sad because
Apologies.
it makes me sad because I want more Star Trek, but I don't think it needs to cost as much. I think they're overdoing it on the effects and overdoing it. There needs to be more story. We joke, Rachel and I, as we're watching.
How do you do Star Trek without some effects, though? I mean, it's
some
show
effects
set in space. I mean, you can spend time on the ship,
Wendy.
but
You need to go back and watch classic Star Trek and see how many episodes took place in caves. Yes. There are so many cave episodes. When you read
This is
the
true.
comments, and some of them are really great. You can be on a planet. You can have some flying because one of the issues with Starfleet Academy, I mean, they don't have to fly around as much, or they can show somebody flying, but then they land.
go to planets that resemble Earth.
Exploring another planet. Yeah. Because if you can make the story good enough, it's still going to be
Yeah.
It's still
about
gonna
the
work.
people.
Yeah, because I go back and I rewatch that with the crappy effects, and
This is like a ship.
yeah. If it was good,
We can
I
do
would just
this.
think, hey, that's high camp. I enjoy that.
They
and
could
then
do
the
a camp,
story's really good.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Lean into the camp.
So I'm disappointed because it just doesn't give me a lot of hope going forward for that. Because I don't need all the crazy effects. If I want that, I'll watch a movie, a one and done, when they spend all this money on something. But like, if you're just doing something with, now we only get 10 episodes. Let's cut it down and I don't know. Or I should say add
to 10
episodes. Yeah.
Well, you'd think having 10 episodes would help with the cost, but everything's expensive now. So.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not coming back, so we'll see. But I'll do this next one too because I think there are going to be some more gays, and it's another Sean DeLand production. You might have heard of it. Bridgerton, so they're killing it over there. So I think it was the season before last on Bridgerton. Francesca, one of the Bridgerton siblings, had a brief encounter with one Michaela Sterling, cousin to John Sterling, who she ends up marrying and having a very happy, like, they love each other very much, even though, of course, there's some sad, dramatic things that happen. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It's very important to this whole story.
Great.
Spoiler alert.
You've been warned, Bridgerton fans.
So the relationship between Francesca and John is short-lived because John dies after 2 years.
Dope.
Francesca is left alone, and then John's cousin comes into the picture. Now, in the book, John's cousin is named Michael. And John but in the show, they have made Michael Michaela. So there's a brief meeting between when John and Francesca meet and Michaela is there. And there was like this gay panic moment where everybody was commenting like, oh my God, are they going to make Michael Michaela, and are they going to really do this thing? And that was like 1-2 seasons ago, and so no one really knew what was going to come of it, but it was like a big moment. And I remember watching and being like, what is this? And so Francesca is bisexual on the show, as is one of her brothers. There's like 7, 8 kids, 6, 7, I don't know, there's a lot of them. So it's very interesting. So they made the big announcement that they are indeed going with it. So this next season that is about to start production, season 5, will be a queer love story. So after John's death, cousin Michaela comes in to, be with Francesca in her time of grief, and feelings ensue. And it'd be very interesting to see how they handle that in Victorian times. Mm-hmm. But it's a very diverse cast, and it's not true to history in the way that African American Black people are treated. Were treated, and so it's it's very inclusive, so it's very diverse, and it's awesome, but it's sad to note that that's not how it was, but they're handling that. So everyone's like, well, how are they going to possibly handle gay people back then too? But you know what? They're handling it. So you know what? Their cousin, she's a family member. They're just living in the same house. They're just friends sharing a space. Behind closed doors, they can do whatever they want.
True.
So on Bridgerton, are they the main story? Are there a few stories going on, and they're just one of them, or is this the main focus of the whole season?
It's usually a main focus, but there's always kind of a secondary focus going on. So it's unclear to me, because Francesca and John were featured in this last season, how heavily, but they weren't the main two, right? So now it's Francesca's time, and so there will be other storylines going on too. But yeah, they make it seem like this is going to be the big one, the main focus. I'm ready. If you don't watch Bridgerton, I know it seems like a very straight show, and that we are a queer podcast. But I love it. It's Shonda. It's very just again, it just like warms my heart with its diversity, and just there's all sorts of characters and relationships going on, and it's just fun. And
did you say it's cozy watch? There's not the stakes aren't high.
There are high stakes, but no, not real.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
not really. It's definitely a cozy watch, and I'm a big cozy person. I am not very, I don't want all that constant drama. Very, very cozy. Very, very British. if you're, if you like British, which I do. So, and even if you already live there, it's Victorian England, right? It's very cool, very well done. It's awesome. Funny. Yeah, I highly recommend it. And even the love stories, even though they have to date been heterosexual, they're well done. And they use a lot of, there was the big epic sex montage in the first season to an instrumental version of Taylor Swift's Wildest Dreams, which kind of blew up the internet at the time. Highly recommend watching that, but you have to watch it in the context of the show. You can't just watch a YouTube video about it. You have to watch the 4-episode build up to it, okay? Because that's when the payoff really happens. But it's just a really fun show. I recommend it if you're looking for a cozy watch. And now you're going to get some gay stuff. So,
love that.
There you go.
Yay. Yay for the gays. Well, speaking of, I don't know, our one of our favorite shows, Revival, has been nominated for 2 Canadian Screen Awards. None other than our favorite here, Melanie Scrofano, Best Lead Performer in a Drama Series. Let's hear it for Melanie.
Oh, yay.
That's very exciting. And Best Picture Editing Drama for Sandy Pereira. Congratulations, Sandy.
Well done, Sandy.
So the Canadian Screen Awards, is going to be, I think it's televised at the end of the month. So I'm sure we'll have time. Yes, from May 27th to May 31st. So, next month. So there's some time. I don't know if there's going to be any... usually there's a People's Choice kind of thing that you get to vote for. So I'm not sure if there's any of that we'll be talking about. But we're rooting for Revival. I mean, if it wins one of these, it's going to help us get a season 2. There's definitely has not been an announcement yet. So, but congrats to the whole show for their work, and especially to Melanie and the editor, Sandy. This is very exciting, and it's a great show, and we'd love to see a season 2.
Right.
Yes.
So there you go. We'll follow this along. Hopefully we get to announce that both of these fine people won. We'll see.
Shall we go to the trailer park?
Let's do it. We've got some interesting trailers. Tara, I'm interested in your opinion of the Harry Potter trailer for the HBO series.
I mean, clearly we all have a problem with it for obvious reasons with J.K. Rowling's involvement. When I watch this trailer, it makes me sad that she's involved because it would totally be something I'd be like, yay. But also I feel kind of weird. The whole time it looks like it's very high production value. It looks like if the first one had never happened, we'd all be super excited about this, right? But to me, when I watched it, it felt like I was watching an alternate reality Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because
same.
It just wasn't.
It feels weird.
Ron, Harry, and Hermione. It was weird. It was everything was off.
It's like, wait, we've done this already, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, I felt like when then Hagrid comes on, and it's not the real Hagrid, and Dumbledore's not real, the real one, and it just felt. I don't know. I mean, each season will be a book, so. That could be interesting. I don't know. They have more to explore that they didn't include, but I just something felt off. I don't think I've ever felt so much like I was literally in an alternate reality in real life.
I feel like part of the problem, look, they should never redo Star Wars, but doing it now compared to then, it'd be there's such a gap in time, in technology, in sensibilities. It would be different. This is still so close.
Yeah,
to the
fresh.
Originals. It like you said, it looks like the same but with different people. Like there's a Mandela effect,
Yes.
and it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of the same, but it's not different people. It doesn't feel like, oh, here's a new take with new tech. The newness will be that they can expand on things that didn't get into the film
Yeah.
from the books. But
Yeah.
is that worth? Is that going to make it that much better when the original is so beloved and still
Yeah.
just part of our world? It's not like it was 50 years ago. It was not that
Right.
long ago.
And the thing is, the time that the books are set in is like pre-cell phones. It's meant to look like almost you're in a frozen time, right? So it's not like in Star Wars, even the Star Wars movies that aren't a direct adaptation of the original trilogy, right? The effects obviously have gotten so much better, and just it's different enough. But this is meant to be in the exact same time frame, but also there's no way for them to make it look different, because it's got that cozy like Britishness before. I don't know. It just is weird. I mean, I liked the aesthetic because that's just what I like, but was it different?
Same aesthetic
Yeah.
you liked before almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but it doesn't have John Williams.
Yeah.
And that's going to be weird. Are they going to
Yeah.
use a da na 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 na? If they don't have that, that's just weird.
Oh, they won't. It'll be
I don't
interesting
think.
to see.
Yeah, they
I mean,
can't.
I
don't
guess
think they can.
They could. Could they?
I guess
It's
they
Warner
could-
Brothers.
I mean, they could license
I know.
it, but we're gonna have a new composer. Like,
But for
I
the
think
do it.
I don't
maybe.
think they would want to. I think they can't. How do you use that music that's so associated with the films? You can't do it.
Mm,
It's not going to help you. It's just going to remind people of what it was. You got to go completely different.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
yeah. Well, we also got Supergirl.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah,
I've
this
heard,
looks good.
I've heard amazing things about it. That it's really, really good, and that she is really good. Like James Gunn said something like, "This is maybe his best casting he's ever done." for a
I've
film.
heard I've heard people trying to
Really?
say like that it had really bad test screenings, and they've had to
Really?
like
Interesting.
they had to make 3 alternate endings to try
Oh.
different things out, and then of course the fanboys saying, why do they I love this one that was basically like, why do they keep trying to take our male superheroes away with these dumb replacement characters?
Are you serious?
And then of course some people are responding like, Supergirl's been around for like
and you had
decades.
Superman.
Years.
It's not like you didn't.
Decades.
Like,
Wow.
this is not a replacement character.
I'm sorry, guys. I think we just can't talk about fanboys anymore. It drives
Too
me
much.
crazy. I can't, because everything we've talked about,
Yeah.
but the fanboys, like, they hate fucking Star Trek with black people and women. They hate superheroes that aren't men. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like,
There's
I
no-
just can't. I
They
can't.
haven't done anything in their own lives but criticize
Like
people.
not
that actually-
everything is for you.
And even the Bridgerton is getting hate.
Oh, yeah.
The gay, lesbian Bridgerton is getting hate. Like, of course. Like, I'm sorry. Should we just go back in the closet? They just want us to go back in the closet, and they want women in the kitchen without any superpowers. Like, then they'll be happy.
Yeah. But yes, she's got.
Well, she's fighting to save her dog in this. So,
This is
I
based
mean,
off.
I'm pretty sure
the
she's
comic.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
She
so spoiler
better.
alert. You can get the comic. And,
She
well, I don't know.
fucking
They
better.
could go another direction. What do I know?
Who knows?
I'm definitely going to the website. Does the dog die? Let's see this.
There's no way they're gonna kill this dog. I mean,
Yeah, I'm reading
That would
now
be-
about the different endings. So
I love the girl they
Well-
cast in it. You recognize her? Not the main girl, the secondary girl. She was
No.
in Star Wars, the one with the kids.
oh,
She was
What are you saying?
in the one with all the kids.
how soon we forget
oh,
The one
Skeleton
JK hates.
Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton
Yeah.
Crew. Yes. That's
Oh, that's her?
she was the one with like the computer brain or whatever.
Cute. Oh
yeah.
yeah, the like she wears
Really?
sunglasses all the time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I think she's a really good
cool.
choice after reading the comics. So
I
I'm
didn't
excited for that.
Awesome.
Oh, good for
It looks like a
then.
fun movie, and comes out in June 26th. I'd like to see it. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling at the time. I want to go to these movies. Like I want to go to see Hail Mary. And that drag queen wow, we haven't talked about it yet. It's the RuPaul drag queen train movie. That looks amazing. Wendy, help me out here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do, but I don't remember the name, and I can't.
know what
I'm
you're
not
talking
really.
about.
You don't remember what I'm
It
talking
looks
about?
nuts. It looks.
We'll talk
nuts.
about it next pod, but I want to see these movies, but I just finding the time to go and do it, unfortunately, it keeps me from the movie theaters. But
Whatever.
I would
Well, let
like
me
to go to see Supergirl in the theater.
I will say this: Project Hail Mary is worth the big screen. It is a beautiful, very attractive film to see the big screen on the big screen. IMAX if you can. Regular big screens, cut some parts off the top. IMAX, it's stunning, and just pray you get a theater full of decent people that shut up when they're supposed to, because there's a lot of nice quiet moments that are more effective if no one's making. Yeah, which was my theater. The only time someone made a noise during one of the quiet scenes was a cough. So whatever.
Okay,
but it was
okay.
It was a good theater. I went the Monday after it came out, and it's a really good movie, and it's great to see on a big screen. So
awesome.
I will say that. A lot of it done practically, no green screen. I think it was mostly practical effects, maybe a little green screen here, there, but mostly practical. Real puppet for most of the alien parts.
Oh,
so
love that.
Highly recommend. And Ryan Gosling is fantastic, and I love the woman Sandra Huller, I think, who played the scientist in the movie. She's to me like is a big part of why it's so good. But
I love that.
Anyway, but back to the small screen. Hacks season 5, final season.
Yes,
coming out. I read that Gene Smart. Wait a minute. Why did I just link to a season 3 trailer? I don't know.
It's an older trailer.
Yeah, apparently.
I don't think the new trailer's out yet.
No, there is one out. I think I just heard the wrong thing. I swear to God, I watched it.
Oh, great.
I just linked y'all to the wrong thing though.
I see.
Wait a moment. Anyway,
yeah. I see it.
I read that Gene Smart basically said she wasn't sure when she read the ending, but she trusts these guys, and it's like, y'all haven't been wrong yet, so I'm gonna go with it. And I'm really curious to see how it turns out. I like that they're stopping while they're ahead. They're still doing well. They started losing best comedy to the studio or whatever that is. So that's fine. And it's still quality. They're not. It's not like people aren't like, oh my God, more hacks. Give them. Let's go out while you're still good. And
absolutely,
she's great. Gene Smart is amazing, and she lost to what's her name?
Catherine O'Hara,
which is fine. I think she was probably happy about that.
Completely acceptable. How could you be mad about that?
I don't normally do real life comedies like this, like dramedy comedies, but Hacks, I love.
No, Gene Smart is a force, man. She's so fun to watch.
I love Gene Smart. If it hadn't been Gene Smart, I don't know if I would have loved it as much, but she is just a wonderful human being. So
she is. And when is that? Do you know when that comes back, Wendy? When
comes back? I don't know. It just says plans start at $10.99 a month. April 9th. Ooh, that's soon.
Ooh, shit. That's coming up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's next week.
Well, get ready.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Something to look forward to.
All right, then.
Okay.
There you have it, Rabbit.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
That time of the year. We'll be going back often. All right. Well, we're on the Twitter. That's not podcast with 1D. We're on the Blue Sky at She Nerds Out.
All right.
Are we anywhere else?
Oh, yes, we are. Thanks for asking. We are on Instagram and Facebook at She Nerds Out Podcast.
You can send us an email at shenerdsout@gmail.com or go to our website, shenerdsout.com, for all your snopping needs. We have merch. You can buy us a beer, which helps us to pay the bills around here. You can get caught up on all episodes, and you can link to all of our platforms and socials. It's really one-stop snopping.
All right. Well, we will see you again next week. And until then, she nerds out.
Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things.